Hello dear students of class 7th. I am Gunjan Dave, your English teacher. Today you are going to learn an interesting poem. The title is Here is Thy Footstool, that you can see on your mobile screen. The poem was written by the greatest Indian poet named Rabindranath Tagore. It is necessary to know about the poet before moving further. Now on your mobile screen you can see the information related the poet. Pause the video for a few minutes and write down the information in your notebook. Before starting the poem, I would like to inform you that the whole poem is addressed to God. Here the poet wrote each and every stanza that addresses God. Now let's move to the poem. I will explain each and every stanza, but before that I will read stanza and then afterward I will explain, so listen it very carefully. Now we go for the first stanza. Here is thy footstool, and there rest thy feet, where live the poorest and lowliest and lost. In first stanza, the poet tries to find out God in all the places of worships, but the real or actual presence or blessings of God rest among the poorest. Lowliest means inferior and oppressed or suppressed kind of people, and lost means lonely people. Now we go for the second stanza. When I try to bow thee, my obeisance cannot reach down to the depth where thy feet rest, among the poorest and lowliest and lost. In the second stanza, the poet describes that when he bows down to God with respect, even though he cannot reach the place where the God stays or lives, God always lives among the poorest, the lowliest and the lost. The poet is not giving respect to those kind of people so that he cannot get the gracing of God. Now we move to the third stanza that you can see on your mobile screen. Pride can never approach to where thou walkest in the clothes of humble, among the poorest, the lowliest and the lost. In the third stanza, the poet says that he is unable to make the way to get the God because he is full of pride, and God always ever lives with gentle and simple people who are the poorest, the lowliest and the lost. Now we move to the fourth stanza. My heart can never find its way to where thou keepest company with a companion less, among the poorest, the lowliest and the lost. In the fourth stanza, the poet depicts that his heart, means poet's heart, never finds the way to God because he is full of pride and ignores the poor people, simple people or common people. The poet also says that God always lives with the people who have nobody to support them, means companion less, and also resides with the poorest, the lowliest and the lost kind of people. So if we want to find out God, we must obey the rules, the suggestion that is poet given over here. If we want to find out God, God's blessing,